Hello, my name is Dr. Suni Petersen. I'm a professor of health psychology and a mother of 3. Did you know that 80 to 85% of women after having a baby experience depression, anxiety, and stress? I'd like to think of this period of time in postpartum depression not as a mental illness, but as a time that your body is rebalancing. Just as pregnancy is not a disease, it is a condition, and that condition requires a lot of attention and care for the pregnant woman. As a new mother, you also is not an illness, but it is a condition in which you require some special care and help. After all, with 80% of women experiencing this depression and anxiety and stress, then it cannot possibly be an abnormal situation. It sounds like it's quite normal to me, even though it is difficult. For example, your hormones are rebalancing. You have estrogen and reproductive hormones that flood your system all through your pregnancy, increasing. And then at the end of the time when you have your baby, within hours or days, your reproductive hormones drop significantly. The estrogen drops over 1,000. That's really dramatic. Not only that, but these hormones also influence your brain chemistry, and your brain chemistry is trying to rebalance as well. That's a pretty dramatic shift. In addition, melatonin is the hormone that helps us get quality sleep, and what happens after pregnancy is the melatonin builds in your system, but then after you have had the baby, melatonin actually drops during the postpartum period. And this is the time when you're trying to do night feedings and get back to sleep quickly in order to avoid the sleep deprivation. But sometimes the rebalancing of the melatonin does not allow for that, and you end up with being sleep deprived. In fact, many women are sleep deprived in the postpartum period. And sleep deprivation itself alone leads to anxiety and depression. Yet these are all biological events that happen in just about every woman. And depending on the pattern will depend on how severe you get the depression feelings or the anxious feelings or stressful feelings. But that's not all. Beyond that, there is the expectations of perfection that society puts upon women, and women are trying very hard to meet that burden and very fearful that they're not going to be able to be the perfect mom, which is not necessarily the best goal to have anyway, but we fall prey to those expectations. That increases depression, anxiety, stress, and those conditions then influence cortisol. Cortisol increases the inflammation in our bodies. So overall, I like to think of this as postpartum rebalancing. And we might have a very mild form of postpartum rebalancing, or a moderate, like most women have, or some people might even get into a severe range of postpartum rebalancing. The people in the mild and the moderate rebalancing period need some help too. Just this pregnancy needs some help. And the help recommended for them is something like the Postpartum Depression app, the Sunshine PPD app, that will help you for 4.5 months understand the condition and move through these phases of your life and your baby's life smoothly. For those women who end up feeling more severe feelings of depression and anxiety, it still has an awful lot of foundation in this rebalancing. Now, you might need professional help, but in addition to the professional help, in order to keep the connection going and the understanding going, and extra support might come from the Sunshine PPD app as well. Thank you very much. Bye.